man was when it finished. I like a lot of the matches, but I thought it was crap.
So miserable.
That's it, honestly.
Tell you what else you get on the BBC, honest reviews.
Credit where credit is due. At least Wayne Rooney from the BBC is honest. It is rare to see that level of brutal honesty, especially from someone in the mainstream media. But according to Wayne Rooney, the halftime performance at the World Cup was the drizzling shits. Me personally, I didn't think it was that bad. Was it necessary? No. Was it a complete waste of time? Complete waste of about half an hour? Yes. Uncle Casey doesn't understand why these doofus leagues put together these halftime shows in a desperate attempt to appease to the casual audience. If I'm tuning into the Super Bowl, I'm not tuning in to see Bad Booger prancing around like a non-binary bunny. If I'm watching the World Cup, I'm not tuning in to see a plastic version of Madonna lip-syncing to one of her moderate hits from 30 years ago. That being said, I did not think the halftime show at the World Cup was that bad. It was okay. After Madonna pretended like she was actually singing, they featured the South Korean version of the Backstreet Boys. Obviously, K-Sync was nowhere near as good as the original NSYNC from the 90s. Since I have aged out of the music demo, I had no idea who these dudes were. My daughter told me that the name of the Korean Backstreet Boys is BTS, which I guess stands for Barely Tolerable Shit. Like Madonna, they lip-sync through their performance. Dynamite, it's in my ass. It burns, give me water fast. Towards the end of the halftime show, the World Cup brought out the children to perform a love song. The kids were wearing different colored t-shirts representing every color of the rainbow. But in the midst of all the fluff, there was an actual performance. A real performance from a real recording artist. Matter of fact, you could actually make the case that Justin Bieber is the last of a dying breed. Uncle KC has never been a believer or a Bieber maniac. Whatever the hell they call the lonely women who fantasize about Justin Bieber. If you asked me to name a Justin Bieber song, I would strike out looking at 3 consecutive pitches. But to his credit, Justin Bieber put on a real performance yesterday at the World Cup. He sang an acoustic version of some song that I've never heard before, but Justin Bieber was actually playing the guitar and he was using his voice in real time. We used to call that a performance, but since most modern artists nowadays are incapable of performing live, it's now referred to as antiquated. Unfortunately for FIFA, the halftime show wasn't the only thing yesterday that was disappointing. The real drizzling shits was the game itself. But before we get to that, let's get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at BuzzBlocker. One of the best things about summer is being outside. One of the worst is dealing with the mosquitoes. A few weeks ago, I was outside grilling after a storm, and the mosquitoes were absolutely relentless. That's why I have started using BuzzBlocker. BuzzBlocker has become part of my routine, just like putting on sunscreen before you go outside to be in the sun. What I like most about BuzzBlocker is it's made with an all-organic ingredients and it is DEET-free. I use it before grilling in the evening, sitting on the patio, or just spending time in the yard by the pool, and it has made a huge difference in how much I enjoy being outdoors. BuzzBlocker is not only effective in dealing with mosquitoes, it's also effective dealing with ticks. And here's the best part. BuzzBlocker comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied with it, you get your money back. No hassle, no questions asked. So enjoy summer without letting mosquitoes and ticks ruin it by clicking the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Use my promo code BTL to receive 10% off your first purchase with BuzzBlocker. There is no denying the fact that the World Cup has been a major positive for America, much to the consternation of the wanker spankers in the mainstream media, along with doofus Democrats and their pretend friends like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson. Hey, it's me, Tucky! I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of hearing Tucky whining about America. Every time I see Tucky, I want to say,
shut your bitch ass up!
I just don't understand it. If Tucker Carlson is so tired of America, why doesn't he just relocate to Qatar? Didn't he just buy a house or a condo over there? I hear Qatar is beautiful this time of year. There's no need for a grill. There's no need to poison Mother Earth with those dangerous charcoal fumes. In Qatar in July, you can grill your steaks outside on the sidewalk. There's no need for a man-made fire. Mother Nature has you covered because it's 120 degrees outside. Much to the consternation of the anti-Americans, the World Cup, it not only unified Americans, it also opened the eyes of Europeans who have been lied to about America for decades. People from Spain, Ireland, France, the Islamic Republic of England. For years, they have been convinced that America is filled with racist white people. The World Cup gave them the opportunity to experience America for themselves, and they quickly realized that the media is full of shit. From the perspective of Major League Soccer, which is a underground league here in America, Major League Soccer is on the same level as the NHL. They have a very passionate fan base, but they don't have a casual mainstream fan base. The World Cup was their opportunity to potentially elevate soccer into the mainstream, similar to how the Dream Team globalized the NBA in the early 90s. The Dream Team is the reason basketball became popular over in Europe. It's the reason that the NBA became a global league. Now, was the World Cup able to do the same for Major League Soccer here in America? That remains to be seen. For a while, especially when the United States was playing, I thought soccer was building momentum, but that momentum was immediately stalled with the flaming ass fire that was presented yesterday afternoon. That game between Argentina and Spain, or España, whatever the hell Spain was calling themselves at the World Cup, that game sucked. I mean, it sucked. As bored as I was, I watched the entire game yesterday. Believe it or not, it was the first time I've seen Lionel Messi play. I was actually looking forward to it. Me and the wife, we rushed home from brunch just to watch the game. And it was the ultimate disappointment. During the first half, I figured both teams were nervous. I figured both teams were kind of filling each other out and they would eventually develop some kind of a rhythm. 5 minutes into the second half, I was instantly reminded as to why I don't watch soccer. I don't know anything about soccer, but Spain was clearly the better team. Hell, Argentina, they barely touched the ball. The only player from Argentina making contact with the ball was the goalkeeper. And that dude, he was like a broom yesterday sweeping the trash out of his goal. It was an amazing performance by Argentina's goalie. But outside of that, there was barely anything even remotely entertaining about the World Cup final. I'm sure for soccer purists, I'm sure hardcore soccer fans enjoyed the game yesterday. Anytime you see someone praising defense, praising a shutout, they're a hardcore fan of whatever sport you're talking about. But hardcore fans, that is not enough to sustain the popularity of a league. There is a reason the NFL, the NBA, have prioritized offense. Casual fans, a mainstream audience, that's what they want to see. The NFL's worst nightmare is a 3-0 Super Bowl. The NBA, they don't want a score in the NBA Finals to be 80-76, 80-78. Both the NFL and NBA, and to their credit, Major League Baseball, they've done the same thing. The big three leagues here in America, they have designed rules to make their leagues more appealing to a television audience because they know that's where the money is. In the World Cup final yesterday, that was not appealing to a mainstream audience. We'll see if the World Cup had a positive impact on Major League Soccer. I believe their season resumes on Wednesday. We'll see if their ratings improve, if overall interest improves. My guess is it won't. For starters, Major League Soccer screwed themselves by signing this exclusive broadcast agreement with Apple TV. Uncle Casey, this deal's great! It ensures that every game is nationally televised. Yeah, the WNBA has nationally televised games on ION, USA Network, NBA TV. If Caitlin Clark isn't playing, no one is watching. Just because you're on a national platform, that does not mean you're accessible. I recently signed up for Apple TV because I wanted to watch Cape Fear. So far, I'm not impressed. But the main reason I have doubts that the World Cup will benefit Major League Soccer, if America isn't playing, most people don't care. When soccer is great, it's great. It's entertaining. But when it's bad, it's painfully boring. What I saw at the World Cup, that is not enough to convince me to keep paying for Apple TV so I can watch Major League Soccer. If they want to compete during the summer, if they want mainstream exposure, Major League Soccer needs to make a deal with one of the major networks. I know they have select games on Fox or FS1, but if they want to compete, they need to partner with one of the major networks. Otherwise, Major League Soccer will remain in the shadows. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow.